CPT JJ-CPB, Evaluation and Management, E&M Services Guidelines, page 6, part 1, Counseling. Now we're going to define what counseling is, right? Can you read that?
Counseling is a discussion with a patient and or family concerning one or more of the following areas.
This is when the doctor sits down with the patient and the family is going to talk about his condition, right? His or her condition, right? And what are the areas that they talk about?
Diagnostic results.
What is wrong with you, right?
Yes, impression.
Uh-huh.
And or recommended diagnostic studies.
Right. This is my impression of what is wrong with you, according to the studies that we have done. We can go further. We can do further labs or investigations to pinpoint more the diagnosis, but this is what it is. That's what the doctor does when he sits down with the patient or the family and explains what the diagnosis is. Now the second one is
prognosis.
Prognosis means explaining to the patient what is going to happen in the future, right? This is going to happen. You're going to take this medicine, and then you're going to get well, and you're going to have this time to recover, and then the problem is going to go away. That's prognosis. It's just telling the patient what is going to happen in the near future, right? And then
risks and benefits of management, treatment options.
Right. So the doctor explains if there's an operation, for instance, there are benefits to it, but there's also risks to it. So the doctor explains what the benefits are and what the risks are, and it's for the patient to decide whether the benefits, are worthy to take the risks. Because in every, especially in operations, in invasive procedures, there's always a risk, right? And so, but it's the patient's decision to take those risks. Right? So that's what counseling is all about. And you have a little frame there that you can read for contributing components of counseling, right? All right. Now that is our theory for today. Now let's do a problem. So ready, set, go. Okay, CPT JJ-RVA-251, and this is exercise, page 251, exercise 30, and this is L2, right, or L1?
Oh, sorry.
L2, level 2, because there's two codes. That's what it is. It's liposuction, okay? All right, so the problem reads like this.
Surgery. Integumentary system.
Which means skin.
Patient was admitted to the hospital.
And?
Liposuction of the abdomen and bilateral thighs was performed.
So this procedure is very simple. There was liposuction, or the sucking out of fat, right, of the abdomen and thighs, and both thighs, right? So they want you to code that. That's the procedure. So you have to code that with CPT. So we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and then give us the codes for these procedures. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is 2 codes and 1 modifier, right? So the answer is 15877, that's for the liposuction of the abdomen, and 5879, that's for the liposuction of the thigh, and the modifier 50 is because it's bilateral, because it's both thighs, right? So that's the answer. Did you get it? If you got it, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a couple of tips. First tip.
Level 2 difficulty. There are 2 codes.
Okay, since there are 2 different parts of the bodies, the abdomen and the thighs, there's no one code that covers both, so you have to use 2 codes, right? And now, for both codes,
start with liposuction.
You just go to the index and look for, in the L, you look for liposuction, right? And now, note that
abdomen is trunk.
Yeah, you're not going to find abdomen, but you're going to find trunk. And the trunk is the same thing as abdomen, right? Okay, then we have the links to understand the procedure. As usual, we have 3 A+ links. The A+ links are the ones that we advise you to watch, right? Those are like must-see links, right? So one is for they all describe liposuction, and after watching them, you'll have an idea exactly of what it is that the procedure is, the liposuction, right? Now, if you're if you have further interest, then you can do the other links too. Okay, so you have the tips, you have the links, and you have the answer. The answer is 15877, 15879-50. That's the answer. And now we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the path. How we got to the answer. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right, this is the surgery section of the CPT book. Is the integumentary system, which means the skin. The patient was admitted to the hospital, and liposuction of the abdomen and bilateral thighs was performed, or were performed, would be, right? Because there were 2. Can you correct that?
All right.
Were performed. All right. So there are 2 codes. The code 1 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to liposuction.
Go to the L and start with liposuction. And what do you have?
15876 through 15879.
Right, from 76 to 79, right? So you're going to, how many codes are there? 4, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you go to the tabular, and then you're going to see all of these 4 codes, what do they represent, right? So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
Go to the tabular.
You start with 15876.
You start with the first number of the range of codes that you found in the index. What is that?
Suction-assisted lipectomy.
Now, suction-assisted lipectomy is the same thing as saying liposuction, because ectomy is excision of fat through suction, right? Which is liposuction, all right? Now, this first code is for a part of the body, which is the
head and neck.
The head and the neck. Now, do we have that? No, we have the abdomen or the trunk and the thighs, which are the upper legs, right? So we don't need this. What about the next one?
15877.
It's the same description, but it says the part of the body changes, and this is the trunk. This is what we need, right? Because the abdomen is the trunk. They told us in the tips. Let's just check the other ones just in case.
15878 is upper extremity.
Or the arms, right? Do we have the arms? No, we don't have the arms. And then?
15879 is lower extremity.
Lower extremity are the legs. Not the thighs specifically, but the legs, which means from the knee down, right? Then we don't need that either. So this double forward slash means you go back to 15877, which was the trunk, and that is the answer, is the equal sign, right? So the first code, which means liposuction of the abdomen, is 15877, okay? But we also have liposuction of the bilateral thighs, right? Or both of the thighs. So we have to code that. So that's why we need a second code. So the code number 2 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index. Then you go to liposuction. The same range of codes, 15876 to 15879.
Right. And now it's the same range because we are starting liposuction. And now we go through all the same, or we can look here, right, and see which one it applies for the thighs. Now, lower extremity is legs. I think I made a mistake and said from the knees down. No, lower extremity is the whole leg, right, from the hip down. I'm so sorry about the mistake. It's not from the knees down, but it's the lower extremity is the whole leg.
The upper extremities is the arms.
Right. The upper extremities is the arms from the shoulder to the fingers, right? And the lower extremity is from the shoulder to the wrist, right? That would be the upper extremity, and the lower extremity is from the hips to the ankle, right?
Yes.
That's the lower extremity. Now the thighs is part of that. Right, the thighs is from the knee to the hip, so it means that is part of the lower extremity, right? There's no thighs, but there's lower extremity. So this is the one that we need now, right?
Yeah.
So this is our code, but then we have that is bilateral, which means that is both thighs. We have 2 thighs. Every normal person has 2 thighs, so this was done in both of them. So we have to express this in a code. For that, we need a modifier for the code 2, and the modifier for the code 2 is 50, because 50 is bilateral procedure. Bi means 2. It's a procedure that was done in 2 parts of the body, right? So That's why we have the code. The first one is the liposuction of the abdomen, which is 15877, and the second one is by liposuction of the thigh, 15879, and modifier means that it's both thighs, right? So that's the answer, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to visit our website, and also
you can subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
Yeah, don't forget, and you will get
up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10, CPTs, all that say to pass the medical coding certification exams.
So don't forget to visit our website and subscribe to our videos. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.